Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Next Brands, I, Danny Jim, welcome you all to Brand Vision Summit 2016, an initiative of Next Brands, a company that holds expertise in providing 360-degree strategy and marketing solutions specifically designed to help a brand reach its desired potential. Building a brand is a tedious process, and a successful brand is a proud showcase of trust, immense hard work, and even greater leadership. Hence, it is imperative to recognize these extraordinaires who have unfailingly stood the test of time. Brand Vision 2016 holds an agenda to bring forth leaders and their perspectives from across industries who've done exemplary work. A ceremony to acknowledge and celebrate personalities who have changed the face of the nation and who carry forward the torch of inspiration. I would now like to invite Ms. Chandrika Maheshwari, founder, Brand Vision, and Joint Managing Director, Next Brands, to deliver the welcome address.
Thank you, Danny. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a proud moment for us to have you here with us to celebrate the second season of Next Brands Brand Vision Summit 2016. Brand Vision, as you all know, debuted last year, and with its topic as Brand Vision India 2020, was very well received, both by the brands and the audiences. That immensely motivated us to do the second season, and we curated the theme Iconic Series. Brand Vision Umbrella, by God's grace, today boasts of iconic series running successfully on Times Now that showcases leadership, vision, and strategies adopted by various leaders. Second is the Brand Vision Summit, which is an amalgamation of knowledge sharing through panel discussions and celebrations through the extraordinaire felicitations. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the extraordinaires.
May I now request Mr. Sharad Maheshwari, Chairman, SM Group of Companies and Next Brands, and Mr. Mahesh Thakkar, Chairman, FIDC, to step up on the stage, please. Ladies and gentlemen, hold your breath as we now move on to what all of us have been desperately waiting for. It's the extraordinaire felicitations. And now, we have a very glamorous diva joining us on stage, Miss Aditi Rao Hydari. She's the extraordinaire, a multifaceted star. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Aditi, an actor, a dancer, a style icon, and with the movie London, Paris, and New York, she debuted her singing career with 2 songs. May I request you to sing a few lines?
Good evening, and thank you so much, Next Brands, for this. Being multifaceted and versatile is truly something I cherish, and it is also a privilege, and I think I owe it to the way that I've been brought up, because to be free in your mind, I think it also makes you free in the choices that you make. And of course, I owe it to the people who have given me the platform to make those versatile choices. And I hope that nobody can ever contain me, and that I can continue to make those choices and be as limitless as I dream to be. So thank you so much for this. It really means a lot. Lag ja gale ke phir ye hasi raat ho na ho, शायद फिर इस जन्म में मुलाकात हो न हो, लग जा गले से.
Aditi Rao Hydari, a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, the multifaceted star. Okay, it's my pleasure to invite the very dynamic Mr. Abhishek Ganguly, the Managing Director, Puma India, to come up on stage, please. It was Mr. Ganguly's impassioned nature, coupled with intense conviction and strong perseverance, that kept him going while leading a team at a very young age, driving sales and retail at Puma. Next in line is Mr. Rohit M.A., the co-founder and MD, Cloud9 Hospitals, the entrepreneur who transformed the dynamics of mother and child-based medical care in India is none other than Rohit. Congratulations, Rohit. Now, may I call upon Mr. Nipun Singhal, Director Lloyd, to come up on stage, please, to receive his felicitations. Nipun Singhal, the Director for Lloyd, is one of the most magnanimous corporate honchos in India. Congratulations, sir. Now, we have a very, very dynamic leader, Mr. Arvind Vora, the CEO and MD, Gioni Mobiles. Arvind is a first-generation entrepreneur thriving high on self-belief. Congratulations, sir. Up next, truly a legend. The next honor is for Mr. Sanjay Godavat. May I request his son, Mr. Shrenik Godavat, to receive the honor on his behalf. From driving a tempo to having a fleet of more than 120 cars, Mr. Sanjay Godavat is truly an inspiration. His group is a perfect example of a small town, big business running from Kolhapur. It's now time to call upon Mr. Saurabh Bhattacharya, President Geetanjali Group, to receive the felicitation on behalf of Mr. Mehul Choksi, Chairman and Managing Director of Geetanjali Group. Congratulations, Mr. Saurabh. Shrenik has also been awarded for Dynamic Young Leader. Shrenik Godavat, the Director of Godavat Group, has achieved many landmarks in a very short span. He has been pivotal in streamlining operations in the Thar division and expansion of its production capacity. Shrenik, thank you so much for your presence this evening. May I now have the pleasure to invite Mr. Keshav Bansal, Director, Intex Technologies, to receive his honor. All of 24, he's an entrepreneur, philanthropist, and a director at Intex Technologies Limited. Mr. Keshav Bansal, ladies and gentlemen. May I also request Mr. Thakkar to come on stage, please. And now we have a personality whose dynamism is beyond description. May I please have the honor to invite Mr. Abhishek Chakraborty. He is the Executive Director, DTDC. Round of applause, please, for Abhishek. Thank you. May I now have the pleasure to invite Ms. Seema Ahuja to come up and receive the felicitation on behalf of Ms. Kiran Mazumdar Shaw, MD, Biocon. Extraordinaire, a self-empowered, benevolent leader. Ms. Mazumdar Shaw, she is a compassionate capitalist who's been breaking gender stereotypes since late 1970s. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for joining us. And now may I please request Ms. Shweta Sinha, Business Head West and South of Business World Media Private Limited, to receive the felicitation on behalf of Mr. Anurag Batra, Chairman and Editor in Chief Business World Magazine. Thank you, Ms. Sinha, for being here. Thank you very much. I request Saurav Das Gupta and Chandrika Maheshwari, the Joint Managing Directors of Next Brands, to please come up on stage to recognize the edupreneur, Mr. Ryan Pinto. For the next set of felicitations, may I have the pleasure to invite Mr. Saurabh Bhattacharya, Group President, Geetanjali, and Mr. Tapan Singhal, CEO, Bajaj Alliance, to come up on stage, please. Thank you, gentlemen. It's a pleasure now to invite an icon whose charm, poise, and elegance spellbounds everyone. Miss Sonam Kapoor, the extraordinaire global style icon. Congratulations, ma'am. Thank you very much. And now we have a Go Green initiator, Mr. Shiv Inder Singh, the CEO of Firefox, is the man whose exemplary vision and ingenious entrepreneurial finesse has changed the very dynamics of the Indian bicycle industry. May I now call upon Mr. Udayveer Malia, CFO, BRL Logistics, to receive the felicitation on behalf of Mr. Ashok Goyal, Managing Director, BLR Logistics. Mr. Goyal is the man who transformed the very dynamics and working of Indian logistics industry through his mastermind initiative, BLR Logistics. May I now have the pleasure to invite Mr. Soumitra Prasad, CMO, Kokyo Camelin, the marketing guru par excellence and the intensely seasoned and zealous corporate whose highly accomplished career graph has made a difference to every brand he has been associated with. Next, I would like to call upon the versatile, the evergreen singer, Miss Sunidhi Chauhan, the extraordinaire, the queen of melody. Sunidhi has been one of the most captivating, sensuous voices among female playback singers in Bollywood. Chauhan's relentless effort and profound dedication has established her as one of the most recorded voices in India.
I want to thank you all for having me here. It's a great honor. I feel great. Okay, just a few lines. मेरे दिल को तू जहाँ से जुदा कर दे, यूं बस तू मुझको फना कर दे, मेरा हाल तू मेरी चाल तू बस कर दे आशिकाना, तेरे वास्ते मेरा इश्क सूफियाना, मेरा इश्क सूफियाना, मेरा इश्क सूफियाना.
Ma'am, may I request you to felicitate the next set of awards? And Mr. Saurabh Bhattacharya would request you to stay back. May I also request Mr. Pehlaj Nihalani, Chairman, Central Board of Film Certification, to come up on stage to hand out a few of our felicitations. The next felicitation goes to the visionary, Mr. Narendra Bansal, CMD, Intex Technologies. And on his behalf, I'd like to call upon Mr. Keshav Bansal to receive his felicitations. Revolutionary of the telecom realm, a first-generation scrupulous entrepreneur, distinguished for his indisputable business equity, Mr. Bansal's farsightedness, unwavering determination, and business ingenuity has established Intex as one of the pioneers of mobile handset makers in India. Leaders of leaders, it's now time to call upon Mr. Mahesh Gupta, CMD, Kentaro, reincarnating the nature in its purest form, the man who had the conviction and grit, striving on self-belief to transform the dynamics of water purifiers in India. And now it's the time to call upon the very versatile Mr. Guru Randhawa, the extraordinaire youth icon, a sensational singer whose tunes youth love to dance on. He started singing at the age of 7 years and has won the hearts of many fans with his wonderful songs. May I respectfully now call upon Mr. Rohit Vishal to join us on stage, please. A renowned spiritual leader and astrologer, has helped many people see old things in new ways. May I request Abhishek Ganguly to come up on stage, please, to give away the next set of awards. The heart skips a beat while I call this lady up on stage. It's none other than Sonakshi Sinha. Please welcome her with a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. She is the extraordinaire talent powerhouse, the prepossessing storehouse of talent, subtly tasteful and brazen-faced actress. Sonakshi Sinha is a top favorite among today's youth.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Next Brands. And it feels really nice when your work is appreciated. And I truly have had a very, very power-packed year. this year with all the action films that I've done, and I took a risk. I did something new, and it paid off. And honestly, all the brands that I have been with have grown with me, along with me, and I've grown along with them on this journey. So I have all of them to thank as well, and it really feels good when your work is acknowledged. So thank you, and thank you, lovely people, for giving me this lovely award, and I will truly cherish it, and it will push me to work harder, do better, and go higher. Thank you.
Thank you, Sunidhi. Thank you, Mr. Nehalani and Mr. Saurabh. I'd also request Mr. Mahesh Gupta, CMD Kent RO, to join us on stage to hand out the next set of awards along with Sonakshi and Abhishek. All right, let me now call upon Mr. Shamsher Singh, CEO All That Jazz, set up by Orissa-based jazz group. All That Jazz is India's first experimental multi-brand retail store concept. A tycoon who makes reality come true. I would now like to call upon Mr. Dhaval Ajmera, Director, Ajmera Realty, to receive his felicitation. The young and dynamic Director of Ajmera and Infra India Limited has been a pioneer in Ajmera Realty's several milestones of growth till date. His extraordinary leadership in the firm's operations has established Ajmera Group as one of the leading names to be reckoned with.
We in real estate have been in the market over the last 40-50 years, doing a lot of projects primarily in Bombay, Pune, Bangalore, Ahmedabad, and obviously moving our shores ahead to Bahrain also. And we are very great and excited to do our projects and move in different cities. And thank you once again, Next Brands, for having us over here. Thanks a lot.
May I please call upon Mr. Ajay Khanna, Country Head of Herbalife, to accept the honor. He's the man who has redefined lifestyle with trusted care. Coming up next, we have the very favorite and a flamboyant leader, Mr. Tapan Singhal, CEO, Bajaj Alliance. He's the man who's ensuring the future of India. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sonakshi. Thank you, Abhishek. Thank you, Mr. Gupta. May I now request Mr. Ajay Khanna, Country Head, Herbalife, and Mr. Saurabh Bhattacharya, President, Geetanjali Group, to please come up on stage to give away the next set of awards. Okay, the man who heads and rules the Indian cinema. It's now time to call upon Mr. Pehlad Nehalani, Chairman, CBFC, to come up for his honor. Mr. Pehlad is the current chairman of CBFC in India. He has been a well-renowned film producer since the 1980s and has completed 30 years in the film industry. Up next, Mr. Marzin R. Shroff, the CEO of Direct Sales and Senior VP Marketing of Eureka Forbes. Mr. Marzin R. Shroff is the next extraordinaire, the phenomenal marketeer. So we've got Siddharth Singh, the DGM Marketing, Eureka Forbes, to receive the felicitation on Mr. Shroff's behalf. Next, I'm going to call upon Ms. Pushpa Bector, Executive Vice President, Head, DLF Shopping Malls, to please join us on stage. With a delicately soothing and alluring persona, impregnated with insurmountable zine and unmatched resilience. And now may I call upon Mr. Suresh Vazirani, owner of TransAsia, to come up on stage, please. He's the most ingenious pioneer of quality and commitment. He was one magnanimously impassioned entrepreneur's vision, transformed that changed the very infrastructure of Indian diagnostics. We're talking about a woman named Miss P.V. Sindhu, the impassioned sportswoman who made history. May I now please call upon Mr. Tuhin, MD of Baseline Ventures, to please come and collect the felicitation on her behalf. The woman whose humanitarian quality outshines all. I'm talking about Miss Sudha Murthy. May I now request Miss Mrinalini Deshmukh to receive the felicitation on her behalf. From being the first female engineer at the prestigious Tata Group and a best-selling multilingual author, to having a stupendous body of philanthropic work, Sudha is an all-rounder woman, a storehouse of talent. May I request Mr. Nipun Singhal to come on stage, please. Very versatile, innovative, real talent. May I please request you to put your hands together for none other than Mr. Randeep Hooda. He's the extraordinaire versatility par excellence. Randeep's smoldering hot persona makes him an ideal contender for brands like USL, Diageo, India's Scotch Whisky Company.
I am very honored and grateful that I received this award. One tries to do actual versatility. If I was to think of it, it is just self-actualization, and over a period of time, it varies. Thank you very much, Next Brands and Brand Vision Summit 2016 for honoring me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you. Next, I'm going to talk about a woman with a distinct vision. She's none other than Dr. Sadhna Srinivasan, CEO, Neeraj Studio. I'd request Ms. Lata Dubey to accept the award, the honor, on her behalf. We would now like to felicitate Dr. Rana Kapoor. He is the extraordinaire leadership par excellence. May I request Kunal to please come up and receive an award on behalf of Dr. Rana Kapoor. With this, we come to the end of our felicitations for the extraordinaires. It indeed was a pleasure to have all of you with us, and we look forward to meeting you next season.